Good evening. It's 7:55 p.m. Pacific time. There's garbage anime on the television. Two of my roommates are killing themselves playing Dota. And I'm out here, on Puyo Puyo Tetris, trying to figure out if I will ever be good at a video game ever again. It's just one of those. I've been feeling very anxious lately for no particular reason. And, as paradoxical as it might seem, this is a strategy for that. So please enjoy the second most haha loud music genre. And, whatever this is. It's likely just going to be me choking Sprint like 700 times in a row. So fair warning. This is what you're now signing on for. Exit is to the left. You know the drill. Yeah, that's fine. List of things that are okay.
Brand new track by Frequencies. I need you. And up next, Hard Driver.
I don't even like going fast. How the fuck? Well, for a terrible ending, it wasn't actually that bad. Alright, let's take a look at the fucking chat for a moment. We have, what is this EDM shit from Porter? Okay. I don't know why I expected anything different. Let's see. Phoenix says phones are still computers, you stupid idiot. That's correct. This says Puyo Puyo. I'm fucking ass trash at Puyo. I don't actually know if I care at all about getting any better either. Like, I'd be totally fine if the rest of my involvement with Puyo for like the rest of my life was just playing party mode incredibly badly. So at what point do you decide that your run is fucked? Like, is now that point? I don't know, because I'm too stupid for this. Yeah, now we're just out here clearing triples because, video games are too hard for me, I guess. Great. That's my favorite shit. You misdrop like that and your brain just goes, alright, switching into manual mode. You fucked up and now we have to fix it. Oh, I've had 2 lines left for like 20 minutes. Nice. Leslie says, just blast the hard style louder. I'm going to try to not go full, haha loud on this shit. There's a very good chance that it will happen anyway without my intervention. You ever just, whatever the fuck that was. Sick. This is only like partway serious sprint attempts anyway. I think a lot of tonight is just going to be me like learning to live with mistakes. I mean, within the context of Tetris, we're not getting that deep here. It's literally not that deep. Phoenix says, hey Jay, have you ever played Luminous? I've played the fuck out of that. It's probably my favorite overall falling block puzzler thing. However, it has this slight problem where it is completely impossible to watch or play for longer than 10 minutes without your eyes becoming seriously strained. I fucking love it to death, though. I picked up Remastered on PC, and I'll play it whenever I can, really. There's a very distinct sort of itch that shit scratches for me. Yeah, I guess we're now just stacking as badly as possible for no reason. I'm very sad. Because it could be that deep. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see where it goes. And Phoenix says, I've never played it, so I guess you should do that eventually. Emulate the PSP version. It's like, it costs nothing but a small amount of your bandwidth and time. If you like the concept, then pick up Remastered, because fuck that. It's actually mad strong. Because Remastered is basically that game, but with like very slightly more stuff and a frame rate that doesn't make you want to vomit. So if you're on board with the premise, Remastered is probably the best way to play it. Do not get the original fucking PC port of that game, which I'm not even certain is sold anymore. I'm almost positive it was delisted from Steam. Which is good because it sucks dick and doesn't have the best song. Yeah, alright. Yes. More of that shit, thank you very much. Well, you see, I like to build awful pillars.
Unleashed. Every journey ends, but we go on.
Pretty close.
Plans disappear. Dreams take over. But wherever I
Geeks, is there no bad Puyo characters? Jay and L are kinda sus though, annoying fucking gremlins.
my fate,
It's all your fault, Jay.
my fortune.
Yeah, they're terrible. Always amazing, but in the same way that, like, venomous spiders are amazing.
It's not a journey.
Something I want to,
But we go on.
I respect the power of it, like, behind the glass. Like, please put as many things between me and O players as possible. I don't even know what we're doing anymore. This is like a little bit dodgy. Sucks to soft drop, sucks more to actually, like, fuck up and have to clear singles and to eat the fucking line clear delay. That's why I'm playing in PPT right now. Plus, like, the speed settings in this game are a little bit more similar to Tetris 99, so... Wow, that accomplished, like, very little. Also, there's now a dude talking at me. Alright, thanks for going away. Oh shit.
Digital punk unleashed.
We're out here fucking up!
For my music, for my people, I stand my ground.
Hardstyle vocal samples make me so fucking happy. There is absolutely nothing more honest on the fucking planet than this. Relatively easy cleanup. Sucks to eat the line clear though. Why'd I do that? Fucking why? Oh, I've had 2 lines left for a little bit. Nice. What's One for Life says, hi, you ever played Chess Mini? Never in my life. Never even heard of that, actually, and that's surprising, because I've got somebody in my Discord that, like, seems to... I think what they might enjoy the most in, like, the entire universe is just finding terrible fucking bootleg chess games on Steam. I'm not very smart. I guess that's, like, kind of okay, though. I really wish I could move the fucking remaining lines somewhere else on the damn screen. Ooh, that sucks. Brain's slow and not good today. He says, stop thinking, just place. I mean, I can try. Thing is, for like, you to be able to play off subconscious, like, that's a desirable state to be in. Conscious thought is slow. Instinct, if it's correct, kicks ass. It's very, very fast. But, like, that's the rub, that have to actually be correct. Yo, Chess 2, if anybody here doesn't know the Chess 2 lore, man, David Serlin is an exceptional individual by any metric. I am glad to have him in the world for this insanely stupid bullshit. Oh. I mean, okay. Slow progress. Going for Life has, hey, Taranto, what is that music? Is that the game? And why do you say that? This is the digitally imported hardstyle channel. I listen to angry music when I'm not feeling great. As for Chess 2 is, what happens when a fighting game player and designer decides, you know what we should do? We should add fucking asymmetrical armies and hidden information to chess because I don't like opening books and I don't like draws. And the result is absolutely fucking hilarious. I just wish there was an actual way to play it because the PC client for it is broken as shit and the netplay literally doesn't exist anymore, and there's no local versus either. There's exactly one AI mode where the AI chooses army completely at random and is incredibly trivial to beat, and that's the only reason I can't recommend Chess 2 to absolutely everyone as just a buy it, fuck it, what do you have to lose kind of purchase. The fact that it doesn't work is kind of critical. Why do I do this to myself? See, Chess 2's got shit like fucking Injustice-style wager systems on capture where, like, you make a hidden bet with some amount of fucking stones, and if you wager more than your opponent, then the piece capturing is also captured for no fucking reason at all. It's got fucking queens that can teleport anywhere on the board. It's an army that's got 2 kings, and they have fucking friendly fire whirlwind attack bullshit. Oh yeah, and midline invasion, which is actually fucking amazing as a concept, but I didn't get the chance to play around with it much because the AI kind of folds to it incredibly easily literally every time. You just kind of move your king out and win every single time. Oops. Also, imagine having the gigantic fucking clanging brass balls required to name anything Chess 2 the sequel. Imagine how your brain has to work to think, yeah, this is a good idea. David Serlin is my favorite. Yeah, that's a thing that I just did. At some point I should probably work on, like, getting this shit down. Phoenix says chess, but it's just a first-person shooter set in this Counter-Strike Global Offensive universe. That responds, that's just Counter-Strike Global Offensive. I have been watching so many fucking Counter-Strike hacker videos recently. Like, the amount of weird shit that goes into Counter-Strike cheat development. It is like one of the most unexpectedly compelling things to me. It's like that fucking... This is stupid. You're on YouTube at 2 in the morning and YouTube is like, hey, you want to watch a guy make a knife out of ice? And you're like, what the fuck does that mean? I don't understand. And then your life is just over. Like, the algorithm now owns you. That happened to me, but with fucking Counter-Strike hacker videos. You guess they made Counter-Strike videos after Dorstuck? Yeah, I know, I was surprised as you were. I can't imagine why anyone would try to improve on what is clearly film of the year all years. Why do I do this? See, this is what happens when I place without thinking. Like, I'm not actually good enough to do that, so instead you get results like that where like it's a miracle I even managed to fucking stabilize the stack at all. Like, why do I do that to myself? On the bright side, there is sort of a very pleasing sorting to these.
Fuck that. Extreme and Stand My Ground featuring Hard Driver. All
Hello,
three
friend.
tracks are featured on his brand new album, New World Order. And from one Italian to another, this is Tatanka Classica.
Unleashed. Unleash the music.
Full ID, bro. Everyone is super fucking impressed. Gecko says, by the way, if you don't know about the HD remix changes, they're also fucking awful. I mean, besides HD remix having fucking SOCD bugs and Akuma apparently still being broken even after they made attempts to rebalance them, some of the HDR changes are fucking incredible. Isn't there some shit like fucking... They did something insane to Honda Headbutt, I remember that. I know Ryu has a fake fireball. I forget... What did they even fucking do to Rog? It's been so long since I read those changelogs, but I remember just being flabbergasted by every single line. Like, they made this a real thing. This was a video game that was sold. If anybody happens to have that on hand, feel free to fucking refresh my memory, because I remember some real gems in there. Oh my god, jab headbutt destroys fireballs! Oh, good god, I forgot about that. Here's HDR Honda. He does bad things to you, and you deal with it, and that's how HDR works now. We're really doing that?
Digital punk unleashed.
Sick idea again?
Sometimes in life you have a deja vu. This also happens in music. When you hear something cool and it seems like you heard it before, and you think it's a classic.
Playing on pad right now because apparently I have to get used to pad again in order to play T99 because Arika has announced absolutely nothing regarding any intent to like add any features to Tetris 99. It's like, hey, we'd like customizable control mapping, please, so that the game like can be played. And they're like, cool, we're announcing a tournament where you can win Nintendo points. Like, excuse me? Geek says, we fixed Akuma's fireball so he's fair. Unfortunately, we gave him Raging Demon and now he has a demon setup that's literally inescapable at only sometimes. None of us know what happened, and we didn't get to patch it again, so he's still banned. That shit is my favorite, too. Honestly, though, my favorite is, like... They managed to introduce fucking new weird meme shit to the game in terms of the SOCD handling. So now Guile can do walk forward sonic booms, so that character is also banned tier. Yeah, me too. That's how I felt when I fucking read that. I think Desk fucking covered that in a video about Street Fighter V, weirdly enough.
Tatanka with Classica. Up next, Chain Reaction and the Machine. Every fucking day.
Every fucking day? Like all of them? I don't know if I'm gonna hit that 108 again tonight. Fucking turn punch performed by holding 2 punches or kicks instead of 3. Thank God. Yeah, we really needed fucking tap buffs. Anyway, I ironically appreciate a lot of Sirlin projects just because they're so fucking unbelievably head-ass. I think there's room for head-ass things to exist in the world. That's why Fantasy Strike kind of disappoints me, because it moves away from that, I think. Everything in it feels either safe or just completely inexplicable and weird. But anybody who's known me for a while knows that I have a vendetta against, like, simplified fighting games, as they seem to exist currently anyway, so... Dude, what is the difference between a J and an L? I just don't understand. He says, anyway, there's only one good implementation of a tap-like move, and that's in Samurai Shodown 5 Special, where you can start charging from character select. Also, you can unleash it by pressing start, and if it whiffs or is blocked, then you unleash it this way, you don't lose the charge. God fucking bless Samurai Shodown. Nothing about that fucking video game actually exists.
It happened in stages, gradually.
Nova Phoenix says, dude, I was so happy to have a native Linux fighting game, but Fantasy Strike is just wrong. Yeah, it's... I mean, just starting with the core premise of, like, we have cross-ups but not high-lows because this is meant to be friendly to new players. Like, what do you mean? At least high-lows make sense. Cross-ups are literally an artifact of a fucking input method being weird. If you wanted to do the most friendly thing for new players, you'd fucking give it a block button because it's literally easier to understand and closer to standard control schemes. I like how I dropped a frame when the game loaded the mini T-spin graphic. Anybody else catch that good shit? Wow! So cool! I love the slight hint of irony, by the way. I just went slow. Seems like a bad idea. Oh, let me see if I can fucking grab something from the fridge real quick. Imagine eating before you stream, can't relate. The crazy thing about Fantasy Strike is that it does a couple things that I really, really like. I think the emphasis on, like, oh, motions are too fucking hard is kind of weird, but I think the way they managed to make a fucking quote-unquote charge character work on that framework without actually breaking from the premise of one button move inputs, that's kind of cool. I think that was cool. I like how the game actually gives you some means of, like, figuring out whether something is safe or plus or minus by actually playing the game instead of looking up the frame data or labbing it out. I think that's really important to the learning process, and I'm shocked that only 2 games I know of, it and Pokken, even do this. But it's tied to a handful of really fucking strange design decisions, and then, like, the way it's built feels joyless to me. Like there's some fundamental misunderstanding of how people even get into fighting games in the first place at work. Oh, I was literally sitting there with 1 line left for a while. Gecko says, I like that they basically have a breakdown on every move a character has and their intended use available from the character select. Yeah, you know, some shit I like about Virtual Fighter as well. Virtual Fighter and Soul Calibur both do a great job with, like, organizing move lists into parsable and, like, workable entities for new players. I'm not extensively familiar with VF, but Soul Calibur at least is quite friendly about it. The first page of the move list is literally just, alright, here's your character's core tools. Here's a fucking low, here's a fucking mid, here's a fucking poke. Here's some stuff you do to blow up GI. That's it, have fun. And the game, like, actually feels satisfying when you're just making use of those tools. I feel like I take for granted how intimidating move lists are sometimes. Like, in 3D games it's crazy because I don't know, like, I don't have a feel for the genre. I don't know, like, how to search for moves. But in 2D games, one of the first things I do is like, alright, so, oh dear. This is now happening to me, I guess. SRS is magical. Did you see that shit? It was a pretty clean stack until I did that too. Wait, we're bleeping bullshit but not go fuck yourself? That's more confusing than last round, honestly. You saw me make bad decisions in real time there, and hopefully you understand.
This is some shit I've been meaning to tell you. It ain't the bullshit we trying to show you. It's some shit I just can't keep inside. Cause if I do, it'll fuck you with my pride. So for the fact you ain't real,
God fucking bless this entire genre. This is actually my inner dialogue when playing Tetris every single time. By the way, I don't know why I did this. This is the worst. Hey there. It was a good sandwich. Roast beef and pepper jack. Just in case you were wondering. What am I doing?
sucker, fuck you. And watch you die on the streets, fuck you. Bullets going through your leather, cracking your ribs.
Yo, video games. This is the best idea.
Cracking your ribs.
The most video games genre of music. Fuck, I can't even play. So here's the lazy Tetris 99 stack, I guess. Wow, all clear. Like, the choir is really the breaking point where I start losing my fucking mind. Is this one of those rare cases where music is actually against Switch TOS? He wants to report me so we can find out.
Fuck you. Fuck with a heart full of hatred, fuck you.
No, this is epic. So I haven't been on mic for a while. Here's what I've been busy with. Card. Specifically, I've been trying my absolute hardest to convince a cart server to, like, mostly stay up. There are so many weird bugs in that game. It's like the land of no repro. Nothing makes any goddamn sense ever. So I'm out here, oh dear. I'm out here writing several different fucking layers of like watchdog scripts and shit. Wondering if I will ever be released from hell. Honestly, this isn't the worst stacking I've ever done either.
The next one is a brand new track by Alpha Twins, and it's called Betrayal.
Digital punk unleashed.
See, look at what I did here with 6 lines remaining, because I'm a smart person. I'm a smart boy. So right now the server is set up to log like literally every packet to a fucking text file. And I've got that log rotating along with the normal game log, and they'll be dated in the same fashion so they can be matched. And I'm just gonna try to start collecting as much information about the shenanigans as possible. For character developer, no. Possibly the worst plan that it's possible to have. I'll play Cammy. You already know that? Hey, watch me choke the ending. Yup. Sick. But Phoenix says, how much resources will logs be taking up per chance? Because the more you log, the more likely a desync is possible, right? I don't know, it's all native game functions and everything. It's not like I'm fucking screwing with the protocol itself. So I don't imagine it'll, like, make the problem any worse. But hell, if it does, means more data to fucking hopefully find repro. Who knows? Every time I look at cart and I'm like, huh, maybe I should contribute to this project, I remember that I don't know any C. This is the bad place. It's where you go when things are bad. I don't know what this is. I'm kind of running with every mistake I make though, because these are not like... My sprint times don't matter. They're not world record pace, so nobody gives a shit. So I may as well just run with my mistakes and practice in terms of recovery. You says add horn mod to Tetris. Pretty good idea. Your bucket says mash hole through the air gaze. Yo, how far have we gotten in terms of fucking Puyo Tet modding? I'm sitting here wondering if I can, like, re-implement Tetris in Lua, so that, like, while people are waiting for the current game to end, they can, like, just play Marathon. I'm afraid to do this mostly because I'll probably discover about 12 game-crashing bugs while writing it. Please understand this is not a slight against Dark Crew. Just like, at this point there's a pattern that's been established. I break things and cause suffering, it's like my purpose. I'm also a Naruto character apparently. If I ever say anything like that again, please shoot me in the face.
You're still tuned in to Digital Punk Unleashed. This is a new track by Active Rage featuring MC Jeff, and it's called Rage.
Gecko says, you just have people ducking games to play Tetris? Oh, absolutely. Somebody would rage spec and just start grinding sprint times. Leslie says, Namco loading screen shenanigans, like how you could play Galaga on the Tetris loading screen. Yeah, that's weirdly common, isn't it? Like, I remember in, like, one of the fucking, Ridge Racer titles I played, they had, like, what, fucking Rally X or something on the title screen? Or, like, an earlier Ridge Racer game? I don't even fucking know. Oh yeah, and there was a patent for that. Video game patents are fucked, by the way. It is bad and dangerous territory. We're out here copywriting the fucking... What is it? The crazy taxi waypoint marker thing? Newsflash, idiots. It has to be novel for you to patent it. Apparently, United States Patent Office is fucking broken, so nobody cares anyway. If you want to see somebody really angry about this, you should fucking have a conversation with Frey. Like, ever. What am I doing? Why? I'm tired. This is a hell of a fucking mood today. I really didn't mean to hit hold there. Whoops. Oh, this is running in borderless, no reason. No wonder it feels like the fucking... I wonder it feels like it's stuttering a little bit. Oh well, it's not bad enough to bother me. It's literally just visual stutters. The game feels fine. And it's only visual stutters and like the fucking sparks that come up after you place. Which is something I don't think it makes any sense to give a fuck about. Why did I do this? Oh, why am I stupid?
Yo, what's up? This is Randy, and you are tuned in to another edition of Unleashed. Coming up is my new solo track, I Am Legion. Better play that shit loud.
Stupid. Oh, okay. Alt S. Turn on some. You want a 1v1 tonight? I'm tired of playing against God-tier Koreans top 100 players. But you are playing the wrong fucking game. I don't know, I'm not really feeling Versus right now. The music accurately reflects my mood. In case you're wondering why, by the way. Well, it says, well, the perfect music in game to sleep to, much better than tornado sirens. Nice. Everything okay over there? When I was living in the Midwest, tornado sirens were basically like the most boring thing imaginable. It's like, oh, alright, the sirens are going off. Time to fucking sit in the basement knowing full well that absolutely fuck all is going to happen to me or anyone I know. That's how I felt about it when I was younger. In retrospect, I have to wonder whether we got incredibly lucky or if my family was just incredibly paranoid. I don't know what this is anymore. Dumb. Well, that's fair enough. You got this on PC, right? Yep. I also have it on Switch, but don't play often there. I wonder if the player base is a little bit more balanced over there. It wouldn't surprise me. See, there's a funny thing that happens where when you release a port of a game that's broken at launch, it just doesn't have players even after you fix it. So one was a legit strategy. I don't really see them listed in the opener page on the hard drop wiki. For sprint in particular, if your game has line clear delay, then one wide is literally only viable strategy because of just like the accumulated line clear delay involved with using a combo setup is going to kill your time. Oh, nice. The accumulated line clear delay when using combo setups is going to kill your time way worse than like anything else, because garbage send isn't really a relevant factor. T-spins and combos are really not used unless you're like fucking up. T-spins because soft drop is slow, combo setups because line clear delay is slow. In any case, I feel like everybody worries about openers way before they should. Like that's doubly true if you're playing 99, but in general I feel like people should focus on other skills before grinding openers. In terms of Puyo Tet, there's literally no reason to do anything but 4-wide, and it's just a variant of 4-wide that you perform that matters, because 4-wide is absurdly strong in this game due to a couple of factors that make it a little bit different than other Guideline Tetris games. There are more hidden rows. I believe the garbage table is a little different. I have like 0 lines remaining. So yeah, you just like center 4-wide or like DT cannon into 4-wide, and that's basically how the game works.
Well, that's it for this month's episode. Check out my schedule on my Facebook page, facebook.com/DJDigitalPunk, and I see all the 13
Please stop talking at me, I can't focus.
For another edition of Digital Punk Unleashed. Bye!
Well, it says, I got woken up at 6:10 a.m. to say, get in your tub, there's a tornado, so I put on pants, got the dog in a blanket, and fell asleep on the bathroom floor. That's me, dude. Living the life. Hello, Frey. The fucking sound design in this game is top-notch. I don't think about that often, but like... goddamn, just like the way it feels to like drop pieces. Very good, good work. This is kind of silly, but I think it's actually okay. Maybe. That's at least like recoverable. Yeah. Not literally the fastest way of doing things, but also not the worst. Oh. Oh shit, now we're fucked. Not really. Alright, so we're back to a multiple of 4. Stop giving me this shit. Oh fuck it, I'm gonna choke you. I mean, we're already way past 108 anyway. It says I'm recording my opponents in order to steal their strategies. I mean, if you want to make easy progress with like kind of a greedy short-term strategy, just 2-wide people, because 2-wide stacking is incredibly easy, and if people make a mistake while you're sending them that payload, they will just fall over and die. And that's like... that's why I gravitate towards it in 99, just because it's incredibly consistent and sends enough garbage to do the attacker bait thing. You're also playing Puyo. Well, I don't know shit about Puyo. I do know that when it comes to Puyo, it's not enough to just be listening to the audio. You've got to be watching your opponent to know when you have to attack. Reasons Puyo 99 would be terrible. Oh, why did I do that? Right on schedule, dude. Nova Phoenix says, couldn't you clear faster at lower lines if you didn't go for 4 lines? You'll have to explain that. Like, could you try to rephrase that? Because apparently I have no fucking idea what you're talking about. I think that has much more to do with me than with you, so I apologize. What? Why? Brain, why'd you hit the button? Why do you keep hitting the wrong buttons instead of the right buttons, Brain? What the fuck? You're supposed to be helping me. Oops, that's not even the wrong... Wait, no, it was the right piece. I don't fucking understand spatial relationships. Video game. And check this shit out. Who let me fucking play video games anyway? What a mistake. It says, alright, so I noticed most of the time you go to create more stacks to clear instead of going for what look like easy line clears, which seem to take up more time. Line clear delay is fixed. If you clear 4 lines, the animation takes the same amount of time as if you clear 1 line. And that's the bulk of where time loss goes if you stack poorly. It's the fact that clearing numbers of lines that are not 4 means you're essentially just taking that extra time penalty again. If I was playing something like No Pomino, that wouldn't be a factor because that game doesn't have any. I really thought they were sampling Loud Nigger for a second. I think it might be a Tornado Siren instead. But yeah, like single line clears like that mean I have to sit there and watch the animation again. Which is obviously something I want to avoid because the animation takes time and nothing is worse than not going fast. So now I just want to finish, so I'll do that. You see, 112 is like alright. There's just that feel when you're not sure if it's just edgy music or an alert that can potentially save your life. And let's talk about fucking radio advertisements that start with like the sound of sirens or your car breaking down or something like that. It's like, yeah, I wanted a fucking heart attack. I wanted people to drive poorly in my vicinity. Thank you for literally endangering lives in your quest for brand recognition, capital B, capital R. Yeah, that's definitely just a sampled Tornado Siren, by the way. This is a test alert. not be alarmed. Great. I may have fucked myself quite badly. Yeah, this is gonna be a weird finish. Really thought, do we need to play the Tornado Siren every single time? Like, was that strictly necessary? Nice. Oh boy, what are we doing here? Okay, that's actually not possible, which is cool. Well, that's, I don't know if you answered this earlier, but how are you so fast with the inputs? It's like you have the macro. Oh, I didn't know that wasn't a rhetorical question. Practice. I'm comfortable on my input device, relatively speaking, and I've been playing the game for a while. There's really no shortcut to that one. Phoenix says that's a good answer. It's more than a good answer, it's the correct answer. Thank you for validating my existence, though. I genuinely appreciate it. People agree with me. That means I'm likely to not be incorrect. Whee! Got my rap 4 for this and couldn't get used to it. I don't know a lot of people who like voluntarily play this on stick unless they like... They're also playing PGM, and so it's just like the input device that they were forced into.
This is a pan flute epidemic.
Oh yeah. We're out here choking the ending every day. So I wonder if that's legal during tournaments. I think anything that you can do on a, anything you can do within the game is fine. But
I'm starting to realize it's like the easiest job in the world.
We're really out here doing that? Okay.
Become a Peruvian flute band? Yeah, why not? We get some instruments and some costumes and then make some crappy pants.
I'm actually gonna leave this here. I don't even...
Oh my god.
I don't have a way of responding to this correctly, so I'm just gonna keep it here. We are out here with the MIDI pan flutes. What in the fucking world is this station even trying to accomplish right now? Oh, it's this funny story. The first field tornado with my house when I was 13, pretty bad. Power's out around town for 7 to 10 days. When it happened, I didn't really care. Mom told me no school, and I said okay, and went back to sleep. Next thing I knew, Dad threw me in the tub, screamed, "Get down," and then ran out the door because a tree fell on my neighbor's house. Strapped in his tub that around. Wow, Jesus fucking Christ. You see, I've never had a tornado actually, like, even get remotely close to where I'm fucking at. It's just like, oh, I guess. Somewhere in the world, there's a fuck ton of wind that's kind of angry. Time to sit in the basement and contemplate life for a bit. Heike says, just clear what I'm gonna call Nanase's jump combo tutorial. What was the combo? I'm glad you seem to be enjoying Nanase, by the way. I took kind of a guess, because I don't know a whole lot about BlazBlue, but for a Jin player, it does seem like kind of a natural starting point to me. I do want to encourage you to play around with the rest of the cast, though. Everybody's kind of fun. See that stall right there? My brain just going, how do spatial relationships work? Please help. Literally too dumb for this shit. Just incidentally. Can't do that. Honestly, that's kind of hilarious because a lot of the character is just like, huh, run up behind fireballs. Wait, this character can stop me from throwing fireballs. Well, shit. Guess I dash block a lot and, like, press 5B. And that's kind of like the character. Like, not exactly the most open world shit. But I find it very satisfying.
Flute epidemic.
Use J2360 with some charge JC and J2C into J6C nonsense. J6C. Should you get a new normal that I'm not aware of? Yep. That sort of stuff where you do like fucking... I wonder if the trial mode actually teaches the fucking J2C into charged A fireball stuff. To the best of my knowledge, that's our good shit. It's just that the delay on it can be pretty tricky. I drop it online every fucking time because online is suffering. So that'd be great for garbage send, a little bit piece inefficient, but in sprint it's just fucking slow. Yeah, forget. Well, it seems like you could. Well, it says seems like you could have gone for a perfect clear at the beginning. Maybe. I don't really pay attention to that. I don't know perfect clear setups and don't intend to learn until my fundamentals have improved quite a bit.
This is a pan flute epidemic.
Jump 16 into 236B as a finisher. I feel like you're typing a normal when you mean another normal, but yeah. Ending combos with B Fireball is really useful to just like have something covering you on wake up. On their wake up. It's fairly tame stuff, but it's effective. Like next to Spider-Man, fucking B Fireball on your wake up seems very honest, but it gets the job done. This is a little silly. Like, look at how much time I lost just clearing those singles. What a waste of time. Dumb. That just is one of those things where you literally just like pump time into it, and as long as you're doing so at least somewhat intelligently, you get results out. Which is like, that sort of thing is inherently very satisfying to put time into. But at the same time, it's frustrating that sometimes it feels like there's no way to speed up your progress with them putting in more hours. Like, there's no secret, there's no one weird trick or unorthodox practice strategy. You just literally fucking play the game more. And sometimes it's frustrating to only have that general answer. I think any stress about that comes from like an unnecessarily results-oriented mentality though, which is something I like to generally try and not have, but it creeps up on me sometimes. Like when framed correctly, it's very zen. It's what I enjoyed a lot about rhythm games before they started becoming extremely challenging for me on a physical level. I was actually going to play Nullpower today instead of Puyo Tet, but I fucking start up the game, it's not detecting my gamepad inputs, whatever. I fiddle with the gamepad settings a little bit. I close it down, try to open it back up, instantly closes on startup. And it's like, okay, I guess we're not doing Nullpower today. I literally host a server for that game, by the way, so if you play on it regularly, feel free to inflate the fuck out of your stats over there. I think most people are using like JS or whatever for pickups now. It's not hard to understand why it's a very, very convenient client. What am I fucking doing here? What is this? It says, I think the competitive spirit is stuck in me. Today I tried to have some fun on Titanfall and ended up getting mad at myself for not top fragging XD. Yeah, that's how I felt when I was playing QC as well. It's... The worst thing is that, like, being torn between, like, the designer mentality and the competitor mentality means that you're constantly fighting yourself. You're making observations about the game, like, I would do this differently, I think this could be handled in a better way, and then you have to fucking shout yourself down and just swallow the bile and play anyway and accept it for what it is. That conflict causes me some stress sometimes, but it gets easier. Alt says, wait, hosting a server for what game? Nullpower. It's a Java Tetris clone focused on extreme customizability and speed. Definitely shows its age these days and it has some fucking quirks, but I like it quite a lot. Yeah, I host a Netplay server for that. Not for any particular reason other than discovering that I could do it and realizing that I have a fucking server that is really not gonna be any slower if I just fucking do it. Hold as a crutch, by the way. I don't really know why. Like, look at how much time those couple of lines ate up. Somebody sample that into a fucking hardstyle kick. Why'd I do that? Why am I dumb? Oh, this is silly. So I guess we're not doing this. Yeah, that was pretty close actually. That was a decent run. First, this update on Vanitas mod, the reflect replacement leaves you inactive and air until you touch the ground. Wait, is Reflega in KH2 just like air okay and spammable? Is that like... Is that the deal? Most of the situations where I've seen it being incredibly strong are just somebody sitting on the fucking ground, so I kind of assumed that it wasn't air okay. Like, I know it was spammable, I just didn't know you could spam it anywhere. I guess it's one use air okay, but you're actionable on the way down. Figure out. Okay, not actionable on the way down, so the same. Yo, Frey, why the fuck are you not streaming Vanitas mod, by the way? I'd watch the fuck out of that. Especially because it seems to be kicking your ass from what you've been explaining to me. And I'm curious what, like, difficulty looks like in Kingdom Hearts. Like, at least the type of difficulty that you feel is well-designed. And clearly you do feel it's well-designed, or you wouldn't still be playing, I think. Oh, why am I stupid? Like, that turned out okay, but I was very uncomfortable with it. I think those weird situations just occur naturally, though, like in versus play. I think getting more comfortable with them instead of assuming that they're lost states, like legitimately making a good faith attempt to try and solve it, instead of just giving up on it and trying to recover. That seems like... Ah! Good night, Lola. Thanks for hanging out. Ugh. He says, also trying to fix the mistake is probably a better punishment for dumb ape brains to learn to do the right things. I mean, like, mistakes are one thing. Like, legitimate misdrops are, like, actual terrible, unrecoverable positions. Those are one thing. But, like, then I'll get into a situation that's kind of spiky, but technically recoverable if I play intelligently. And, like, I don't know, some part of me is like, you don't see this situation in, like, situations where the game is played well, so clearly you've made some kind of fundamental error and should just avoid this position entirely instead of devoting any brain power to what to do when you get here. It's like, what is the lost state, really? It says also I'm not going to stream anything while you're streaming. Well, I might be finished pretty soon anyway, so... I didn't mean, like, now, obviously, and obviously if you're not comfortable with it, then, like, duh, don't. Like, you don't need me to tell you to not do things that you don't want to do, I'm just... saying that there's at least one human who might be interested. Oh, no. It's what it's... Oh, for fuck's sake. Why are video games even like this? It's like, as soon as I start, like, consciously working with the next cue, I can feel both my brain and my fucking fingers slow down. It's so frustrating to have to work fully consciously, but my subconscious just isn't built up to the extent that I can trust it to make the right choices in those in those situations. Like, a lapse in focus just means that you slip into one of those weird, shitty states immediately. One of the ones where it's ambiguous as to whether or not you have failed yet, but you're about to find out. Oh, for fuck's sake. Nova asks, why are slow drops just so smooth now? What do you mean? See, like, I literally just wasn't looking at next there at all. Maybe I'm out of it again. I don't know. I've been... Okay, SZI. No thank you. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I've been a little frustrated recently, because it feels like every time I get on camera, or like on mic, no matter how I'm feeling before I get on, or like what kind of day it is for me, I end up feeling really anxious and fucking stressed out very, very fast in like a draining way. And I don't even have anything to be stressed about, so I don't understand it, but my body is giving me the fucking stress responses, and I'm like, hey, why are you doing that? And obviously I don't have an answer. It's fucking weird, dude. How is body formed? shit is supremely fake. Right, using that there was easier than waiting for the actual right piece. 117 despite stacking fairly cleanly, it's like, this is what I mean. I feel like I have to fucking turn my brain off and then luck into the right arrangement to like actually go as fast as I want. Morris, I feel like that's a common thing this time of year especially. You think? You're like the second person to tell me that it's probably seasonal. Ah, it's so fucking stupid and frustrating though. Why... Fucking, why am I not made of metal? Fuck the biological nonsense. Being a flesh and blood human being has never caused me anything but grief. How do I opt out? Where is the fucking form I fill out? You don't know how fast I would give it all up. Is that an uncommon sentiment? I don't know yet. That monk's from Lola, who says, oh fuck, where's my window? Here's some money. Been with you for a while and honestly missed this community. Since I haven't been here and only stopped by for a moment, here's some money. Being an adult sucks. Keep the child nature, friends. Appreciate it, Lola. The support and especially the encouragement means a lot. Dumb. It says, where do I go to update my mute ship to be not shit, please and thank you? Like, I'm not even... Like, there's a lot of steps in between, like, normal, unmodified human being and, like, upload my brain to the singularity type shit. I don't know if I'm interested in them, like... I don't know, I've had enough. Seems like more or less every problem in my life is caused by the fucking brain-to-world interface being not as good as I'd like it to be. Can you blame me for being fucking not entirely sold on the premise? Good night, Lola. Real talk, I appreciate it. Thank you. Nice wholesome song. I'm 14, and I felt like that was fairly clean too, but it's still like 6 seconds short of like the total luck shit best that I got earlier. You know, the idea of like what happens when we remove stuff like fucking human limits of execution from games, that's been interesting to me for a while. Like how design changes as that shit fucking hypothetically becomes commonplace. Nova says, I think my brain has just tuned out the hard style now. Nice. Mine hasn't. I'm riding the vibe right now. It's been a rather stressful and frustrating couple of weeks, really. I've been... I don't know, people who watch me often can probably tell that I haven't been feeling 100% up to snuff lately, and I apologize for that. And if I knew why, then I would probably be doing more stuff about it. As it is like, oh, try to rest more, didn't work. That's it, I think. Go outside sometimes. Also not working? Fuck. It's like I'm rapidly running out of options here. I already took the nuclear option and like actually saw sunlight. I'm fucking around, by the way. Oh. Alright, this demo would just remove normal mode. Honestly, I feel like I get the impression that hard mode was the default state of Downwell. And that normal mode was mostly added as the solo fucking developer realized that they were kind of good at their own game and probably had sort of a skewed idea of how the difficulty functioned, which I don't think is at all uncommon in games. For hard mode to actually be the mode that I designed before realizing that most people haven't been playing this game for as long as I have. In fact, no one has been playing the game for that long because it hasn't been released. Nice transition. Smooth as fuck. Nobody noticed. This at least feels a little bit more consistent. I feel like there's this magical, like... There's a place between focus and lack of focus where you just crush fucking psychomotor memory tasks like this. It's weirdly fucking fatiguing to maintain that state. See, I wanted to use the word flow, Frey. That's like what I usually use to describe this, but I feel like when you talk about flow state in the classical sense, I suppose, it's always like, as experienced by me at least, it's always that sort of thing that feels like it wants to perpetuate itself. I feel like it's the other side of that, where it's like, this will fall off at any moment and just fucking disappear without a trace. Like there's a particular kind of mental preparation involved in maintaining it, as opposed to like maintaining flow, as I've always understood it, as just kind of like you have to do something to get out of flow rather than doing something to stay in it. I don't know. Maybe the distinction is empty, or just has more to do with my current mental state than any actual, like, background in psychology. Mara says, if you realize you're in flow state, I don't think you just blow up and die. I mean, not usually. It takes something to, like, actively, like, push the task back into your conscious mind. That's what really fucks you in the end. Like, if you're doing something on a subconscious level and then something happens that makes you start doing it again on a conscious level, you're gone. You're fucking dead, kiddo. That's the trigger, right? It's not like fucking hypnotism or something where like... when I snap my fingers, etc., etc. It's getting to look a little dumb. Oh, wow, that's even dumber. Alright, let me actually just start again over here. Like, I guess this is kind of fine. My line count is a little bit fucked now, but I think this is like maybe mostly okay. Oh wow, I'm already way behind though. Wow. Sucks. Thank you for sharing. This information is relevant to my current task. Heard you the first time, by the way. Okay, I don't know what this is now. Meme sample. I have a fucking thank you. God, and while fixing that, I created something else for myself. I created another fucking 4 Deep Valley. And then upon realizing that, I immediately created another one for myself, because I was like, well, fuck it, I already messed up, so now I just have to abandon all hope. I'm subscribed to Wombo on YouTube, which I think was only a slight mistake. And I'm watching this guy now on like the completing bounties train. Just like win a game with no T-spins, etc., etc. Just watching him build 500,000 T-spin setups and then immediately trashing all of them as he realizes no T-spins. And I'm like watching people win somewhat consistently while imposing these kinds of crazy handicaps on themselves, and it's like, god damn, dude. I drown every time danger time starts. Fucking how? Explain this wizard shit. Doesn't make sense to me. Of course I had to screw up with the very, very last sequence. 20 credits for technical, huh? Fuck is a technical? Time for another Tyrantima rant on how unlockable systems in video games don't motivate me. Because that's how fucking Puyo Tet credits helped me from the very, very beginning. Why lock self-actualization behind a grind? Who does this benefit? Who feels genuinely, like, pleased to engage with that? I don't get it. Is there, like, another species of human that I'm not aware of? Right, says, a technical is a lightly armored vehicle that can be used to transport troops or as a mobile turret mount. Thanks, Frey. I understand everything now. Oh, I'm stupid. Combo. Just as I left for a bit and it feels like I've missed literally nothing. Yeah, this is kind of the stream. Like, this is where we're at, dude. Right, so now I've had the idea of streaming Vanessa Mud injected into my brain. Thanks, AJ. No trouble at all. I don't know, I like streaming. I don't know if that was obvious, considering I've been, like, doing it for several years now, and attempting to transition into, like, being able to make this work as a lifestyle sustainably long term. Don't know if that, include any of you in. If you are surprised, surprise. I think there's, I don't know. I think there can be something very deeply and, like, gratifyingly social about the experience. It's a particular context there, they're like. I don't even know if, like, streaming is a lifestyle goal so much as just like, oh, I've been at 4 lines remaining for a little bit, huh? Continuing to make interesting shit on the internet. That's probably the strategy. Just because this is like... If I was under absolutely no pressure to do anything for any reason, I'd still probably be doing more or less the same thing, just more effectively, because I don't have to worry about anything anymore. We had those conversations about, like... We're talking about not selling fucking Minecraft for billions of dollars. And suddenly losing all creative ambition and becoming a professional bigot on Twitter. And it's like, I feel like at least part of you has to be broken for this to happen. I cannot imagine my life getting anything but better if suddenly I had no reason to worry about pursuing any creative or technical venture. I think it's okay not to have grand ambitions, but I like to think that everybody has something they're passionate about to the extent they can pursue it when nothing else in their life resonates. If it says, some random kid hopped in my stream once and told me, wow, you're good, and that made my day. Yeah. That's how my shit started out too, honestly. Yo, ooh. What a god. Okay. That's frustrating because I felt really good about that whole stack.
The wilderness we call DEFCON
1。
Hey! Jubaka, thank you for that. About to say, like, wow, I'm so godlike, I read your name while sprinting and still managed to keep up the pace. And then I stuttered for a completely unrelated reason, so now if I say that I'll look like a jackass.
After conquering the wasted lands, the quest of the warrior again commences.
Jubaka says, honestly, I've wanted to do this since the L-Sword Deep Dive stream. Dude, that... There is nothing I want more these days than to get as good as something as I was at that, specifically for the purpose of doing that again. I want to fucking share those kinds of stories and that passion. He says, actually having the motivation to pursue the goal is the hard part, I guess, at least for me. I feel like everybody's like... There's this very fucking human curse, I think, where like... The time at which you're most likely to generate ideas is also the time at which you're least likely to have the motivation or energy to follow through on creating them. And like, when you really feel like fucking doing something, that's the point where you're incredibly unlikely to actually have an idea. And like, there are mental strategies you can use to... Fuck! There are mental strategies you can use to mitigate that type of thing. But like... In the end, you're still dealing with the fact that the human brain is like... Not really designed or equipped to deal with the fact that we no longer have... Like, by and large, we don't have pressures on our survival anymore in the same way. Like, the human brain is adapted for dealing with tigers, not debt. We're broken for that. We're not purpose-built for our environment anymore. That's just happening right now. I'm getting like the fucking random anxiety response is getting like really bad today for me. Like my fucking feeling myself tremble a little bit, fucking arms shaking, yawning a lot. So my brain is like, hey, I'm gonna protect you from fucking tigers. And there are no tigers here. The brain does not get it. Take a break, it might help. It's been like this for like a couple weeks now. I've only recently been able to identify it as what I think it is, but it's like, I don't know. Something I think I'll have better luck trying to work through than just like lying down for a literal month and hoping it goes away. That's sort of where I'm at. She says, I don't know, really looking a bit like a tiger. Very fierce. Honestly, put Puyo characters in cart while we're here. Okay, really? Fucking OZS? Why can you even get that started in Sprint? Fucking... Please delete. Don't even delete anything in particular, just delete.
10,000 suns.
This was putting shades in. Of course it would be that fucker. Of course that character before anyone else. What the fuck is going on now? Hello, focus please.
When you really start to see things, and you go into the nature of what it is to see, what vision is, you realize that vision is the brilliant light.
It's like I already know that I'm well under fucking par for actually, like, beating my record. It's not enough to play clean. The game when played like this doesn't reward me for playing clean as much as it rewards me for just, like, slamming shit down and trying to luck shit into fast times. Might be bad for improvement overall, I think. Maybe I should stop trying to grind this if, like, sprint times aren't my ultimate goal. They're not, I don't think. I think they're, like, it's fine to treat them as a measure of improvement to an extent, but a large part of this is just the grind. Okay, this is getting pretty bad though. I don't think I'm, like, at any fucking health risk or anything. This has, like, been happening for a while and I've been pretty much alright, but I do think I need to stop for a bit. Sorry to cut all my streams short lately. Hopefully, the reason why makes some degree of sense. And, I don't know, I guess I'll catch you guys later. Thanks for looking out.
People discovered how big the universe was. And that we live on a little planet in a solar system on the edge of a galaxy. God isn't there and doesn't love us, and nature doesn't give a damn.